Zaley, you rock! Eaton and Miss Zaley are the nicest principal I've ever met.
Thank you for always being there to support us if we needed any help in the classroom or with our curriculum.
Thank you, Mrs. Zaley and Mrs. Eaton.
Hi guys, thanks for everything that you do. It's not always recognized, but when I got to be principal for the day, I definitely appreciate the job that you guys do for us more. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Zaley and Miss Eaton, for making the school safe.
Thank you, Miss Zaley and Miss Eaton, for making the school so wonderful and beautiful.
Thank you for all you do, Mrs. Zaley and Mrs. Eaton.
Zaley and Miss Eaton for being a good principal and setting a good example for the school.
Thank you, Miss Zaley and Miss Eaton, for making this school a better place.
Thank you for being our principals. Adams loves you.
Mrs. Zaley and Mrs. Eaton are both fun and kind at the same time.
Mrs. Zaley and Mrs. Eaton help our school.
Thank you for all you do for us.
Hi, Mrs. Zaley and Mrs. Eaton. Thank you for coming and helping our school be the best we can be.
Thank you for giving us a good quality education and a positive learning environment.
Thank you for being there when we always need you.
Thank you, Mrs. Eaton and Mrs. Zaley, for everything you do.
Thank you, Mrs. Watson. Miss Swanson opened doors for kids every morning. We love you, Miss Swanson. Thanks, Mrs. Swanson, for being a great principal.
Mrs. Swanson helps me when I'm upset. Thanks, Mrs. Swanson.
Mrs. Swanson, I just love you so much. Mrs. Swanson is the best. We love you, Mrs. Swanson. Thank you.
My name is Benji Borzen, and I am grateful for Miss Griffin because she helps kids with special needs and stuff like that. I am Kimberly Alonzo, and I'm thankful for Mrs. Griffin getting us popsicles. I'm Karen Ballard, and I'm grateful for all the things that Miss Griffin have gave us, like tools and laptops. I'm Tia Santiago, and I'm thankful for Miss Griffin for giving us tools and all our specials.
Thank you, Dr. Jenkins, for giving me a chance of being there for me. Thank you, Mr. Rosser, for being there, always keeping me in check when I don't want to be.
Thank you, Mr. Rosser, for always being there for us when no one else could. Thank you, Dr. Jenkins, for making sure I stay out of drama.
Thank you, Dr. Jenkins, for always being the principal that's always there for somebody. Thank you for giving us a second chance, and thank you for all the hall sweeps that you call.
I want to say thank you to Mr. Ross and Dr. Jenkins for helping us with everything, just helping us become good students.
Thank you, Mr. Rosser and Dr. Jenkins. Thank you, Mr. Rosser and Dr. Jenkins.
Thank you, Mr. Rosser and Dr. Jenkins.
Thank you, Dr. Jenkins and Mr. Rosser.
Thank you both principals for helping students for sickness or if they need help. Thank you for all that, and I hope you can make this school a better place.
Thank you, Mr. Rosser and Dr. Jenkins.
I love the presence of you guys in the hallway and the lunchroom, and I love to see how you positively interact with kids.
Thank you, Principal Rosser and Dr. Jenkins, for everything you do for me and for my program here at Franklin. I feel very supported by all the hard work you're putting in and all the opportunities you're giving me and my students to make music at Franklin as good as it can be.
Thank you, Mrs. Pringle, for being our principal. You are nice, kind, special, the best, nice. She also comes into her classroom, and she also does like recess with us sometimes.
Well, I like her. Is this thing on? Okay. I like her because she's really nice and she made up the school rules.
Thank you, Mrs. Pringle. Thank you, Mrs. Pringle. We love you, Mrs. Pringle. We're glad you're here.
And some of these friends are going to tell us what is so good about Mrs. Michaels. Cameron.
She gives out laptops.
Oh, she gives out laptops. Sky.
I like her hair.
And what else does she have that's nice?
She smiles. We love you, Mr. Michaels.
Thank you, Mrs. Michaels. We are your sparkles.
I really like Mrs. D because she is nice. I like Mrs. D because she's fun to play with and fun to paint nails with.
Thank you for everything, Miss T. You're the best. We love you.
We love you, Mr. Bessick.
Thanks for all you do.
We love you, Mr. Bessick.
Thank you for visiting our class each day.
I love Mr. Method because he takes care of the school.
Hi, Miss Brennan. I just wanted to thank you for all that you do for John Glenn High School.
Repeat after me. Miss Rogers.
Miss Rogers
Not only cares about your education, but about you as an individual.
Yeah.
Oh, no. We like Mr. Loomis because he's funny.
And he helps us plan events. That's why
we love Mr.
Loomis. Mr. Loomis.
Miss Foster, we'd like to thank you not only for taking care of this building, but for supporting the drama department so much.
We appreciate you!
Alright guys, I hope you all took notes on that. I got one last question for you. Who do we love? We love Dodgers!
Hey, Mr. Smith and Mr. Provost, thank you so much for the job you do at this school. I appreciate all the time that you put into this building and all of the effort you put in to help it run so easily and smoothly, and everything that you do to help us as the staff manage the children and get them from one place to another on time and in a nice fashion.
Happy National Principal Appreciation Day. The school would be nothing without the two of you, so thank you so much.
Thank you! We appreciate you, Mr. Provost, Mr. Smith!
Just want to let you guys know that I really appreciate everything you do. I know that you work super hard, you go above and beyond every day. I really appreciate that you are putting out fires on a constant basis, but you always both still have a smile on your face for me. Thank you so much. Have a great day, guys. You deserve it.
We appreciate our principals. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Provost and Mr. Smith.
Gracias, Señora Provost y Señor Smith. Thank you, Mr. Provost. Thank you, Mr. Smith. Thank you for all you do. We appreciate you. Thank you for leading us in the right direction! Yeah!
Mr. Holman, I really like you, but you're the best principal ever. He's kind.
Thank you, Mr. Holman, for coming to Roosevelt.
Thanks for being an awesome new principal and trying to find your way and make your way at our school. We're so glad to have you here at Roosevelt.
1, 2, action!
Okay, my favorite things about Charlie is that he's such an active presence in the school. I love that every morning when I get here, he's walking around the hallways and he makes jokes all day long, and I just really feel like he's very supportive, and whenever I ask him a question, if he doesn't have the answer, he says he'll get back to me and let me know.
Charlie, happy Appreciation Day. I feel very blessed to be able to work with you.
Mr. Holman, thank you so much for joining our Roosevelt staff. We are so excited that you're here with us this year, and we would like to say a special
thank you!
I like Miss Bricky because she does a lot of stuff for us and just makes us very proud. I love Mrs. Bricky because she's an awesome principal.
I love Mrs. Bricky because she is fair from either way, and she makes us have a happier school. She makes us have our own testing room for our own people to have just a testing room. That's why I think Miss Bricky is the best principal in the whole community.
I love Miss Bricky because she teaches our teachers how to train us to be leaders.
I love Miss Bricky as a principal because she is nice, better than all the rest of the teachers, and will always solve a problem.
I love Mrs. Bricky as a principal because without her, this school couldn't be what it's like today.
I love Miss Bricky because she's an excellent principal and great at helping students learn.
I love Miss Bricky because she is nice and she likes to help my brother and sister sometimes.
I love Miss Bricky because she's nice.
We really love working with Miss Doman and Mr. Tromka because they have a great sense of humor and it makes it a really fun place to work.
They've got a great eye for talent. They have assembled an awesome coaching staff.
And they both came into our building brand new this year and did a great job of just jumping in with all of us. So thank you.
I think Mr. Tromka and Miss Doman are good principals because they have fun and they help others.
I like Mr. Cox because he's nice and he makes school fun.
You're the best principal because you take care of the bullying at the school.
I like Mr. Cox because he does pizza parties for us.
It's because he looks nice every day.
He puts music on for us at lunch.
We love you, Mr. Cox!
He is like family to everyone in the school, and I love the way how he treats everyone.
Mr. Cox, you rock!
I want to thank Mrs. Margie for being the best principal ever and running the school.
I love it when you say these nice things to the kids in the hall and you send the positive calls home.
I want to thank Mrs. Mydich for letting us run the fall festival and being a great principal.
I want to thank Mrs. Mydich for being the best principal ever and letting us have the fall festival.
Hi, Julie. There's so much to say about you and what kind of leader and mentor and friend you've been, but I think that what I appreciate the most is that you lead with so much love and respect for teachers, and that you also lead with humility. You're not afraid to be vulnerable with us, cry when you need to, show us when you're feeling frustrated, tell us, push us when you want us to be better, and there is rarely a situation where you can't connect it to some lyric and some obscure rap song.
I really want to say to Miss Mydich that she's a great principal, and I'm glad someone hired her to be a principal. I'm glad because she's always nice. So one thing I'd like to say to Miss Mydich is that I like the school very, very much.
Why I think Julie Midas is a good leader here at Walker Winter is the fact that she is crazy about children.
Miss Mydich, good job for being a good principal this year.
Hi, Julie. Something that I value most about you as my principal is your trust and respect for me as an educator. You trust and encourage me to take risks and try new things in the classroom. You respect my opinions and my choices, and you actually want to hear them. But I think what I value about you the most is your ability to create positive, genuine relationships. We have a culture here at Walker under your leadership that has a lot of love and positivity and respect, and I wouldn't want to be anywhere else with anyone else.
Thank you, Mr. Weber and friends. I'll be there for you, 'cause you're there for me too.
Mr. English, he is the best because he always seems excited to see me.
I love Miss Russo because she's really uplifting and supportive, and she's inspiring to me and inspiring to the whole community, so shout out to Miss Russo.
I like Mr. English because he's understanding and nice to everybody.
I really like Mr. Weber. He's a really interesting guy, and talking to him, he always has something nice to say, no matter what it be. Like, I could say I got accepted to Schoolcraft, and he'd be like, great, yeah, that's the one.
Mr. Weber is definitely one of the best principals ever in the world that I've ever had. He's always so supportive of all of our students and their activities, no matter what's going on in school or at home or whatever. He's just so supportive of all of us here at Wayne Memorial.
I love Mr. Watson because he's nice and he keeps us safe.
He smiles all the time. I love Mr. Watson because he gives us high fives.
I love Mr. Watson because he helps me with my behavior. From Mira and Malaysia. Hi, Mr. Watson. I hope you're having a good day because it's gonna get better. You help us on our bad days and good days. You make them better. Whenever you're smiling, you upside down. You make us feel like good and proud students. We're happy we're here and you are here. Thank you for being our principal.